Disclaimer, disrespect of anyone in this video will not be tolerated. Her opinions are her opinions, and that alone is what we will comment on. Thank you in advance.
I just like the meditation vibes, the breathe, the breathe, the breathe. Thanks. Now I'm just gonna come on here and tell y'all how I feel. Alright, so I could care less about the views right now. This is gonna take its course. It's gonna do what it needs to do. Not do what it needs to do. Do what it needs to do. So yes, surprise. Hey guys, my name is Kenya, and I am the victim's daughter. My mom's story is her story, and that's posted on my Facebook, so you guys could go check her story out. But this, don't come on here looking for the tea. Oh, what happened? Listen, all I know is everything that I know, you understand? But her story is her story. But I'm going to tell you how it has affected my life, our life. Shit, me and my mom, we was big and bad bullying, and then one day, boom. One day, it just all went out in flames. Can't even go on social media without seeing some shit about something that resonates with my life. I remember one day I was out chilling. I don't know if I was out chilling. Yeah, I was out chilling. My mom calls me, and I could tell that she was crying. I'm like, Mom, what's going on? You know, the intuition in me. What's going on? And she told me to, go on the shade room, and we see Nicki and her new man. And she was like, well, that's the one who, she's like, that's Kenny. That's Kenneth. That's the one who did what he did when I was 16. And I was like, no. She was like, yeah. And I was like, no. Like, no. Wait, no. Wait, no. Nicki Minaj. Like, wait, Nicki Minaj. But the niggas from Atlanta, they might have been tight with T.I. a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But my mom and Nicki was never friends. But it's a thing where it just sucks that everybody can be from the same hood. It's so deep. Especially when you from somebody's hood, and you've heard about them and shit, it's just deep. I don't know their story. Fuck that. But I'm going to tell you how it's affected my family. All right, so that happens. Now, here it is, 26 years later. My mom is sitting here crying about some shit that happened when she was 16, some shit that she's mad, some shit that she's kept in. And it's like, okay, now this shit's deep. Now, I've heard about this story. I've heard about this story since I was a little girl. Because September 16th not plays anymore because I know what it is. But it used to play in my head like, whose birthday is it? But it's not anybody's birthday. That's the day. All right, so boom. I remember the story briefly, and y'all could go check out my mother's story. And that story has always hurt my soul. I always asked her, who is he? Going on Facebook, can you show me who he is? And I could never see who he was until now. And that happened in March. And for the last 9 months, I kept quiet about it because it's like, I don't look for attention like that. Like, listen, y'all, all the little clout that I do have, the fans I do have, the clients I do have, my soul tribe that I do have, I made that shit from my genuinity, from my loyalty, from my natural vibe. So having to come out to speak about this because I feel like my mother is by herself. Okay, I have my mom looking through comments of people and their opinions of how they think the story went. Thinking she's a white woman, thinking she's this, calling her a slut, a hoe, a bitch, a liar. You understand? Like, she didn't have to deal with this shit for 26 years, but that's just deep. That's just deep. It's deep. And then when you got people from where we used to live, where we're from, in Queens, calling my mom, trying to get the story to go to the blogs and try. It's just money. But my mom's hurt. She's really hurt. And it came to the point where now I can't even walk in the house and say, hey, Mom. We've moved to 3 different places since the shit surfaced because we're getting death threats. That shit's deep. I have a 5-year-old sister, bro. That shit's really deep. So we're getting death threats. People saying that they know who I am. I'm a social media person, y'all. I'm allowed to express myself. I'm allowed to be out there and about there because why? Because that's what I do. I'm an influencer. I'm a healer. This is what I'm here to spread the word, but I can't even do that because I feel like I'm being watched. I have messages on my old Facebook as to why I made a new Facebook. Talking about, I know your mother. These are people who are digging for my mom to change her whole story. How do you ask a rape victim to change their story? And I know it would be different if my mom just came out about this shit, you know, seeing this nigga on Nicki's page and like, oh, I know that nigga. Okay, let me get this nigga now. No. She went to the police that same day. She ran to school, y'all. She was in the office bleeding. School office bleeding. She took that nigga to jail that day. So now my mom made a video expressing herself. And she's tired. She's tired. My mom she's tired. I can't even drive to go see this motherfucker. I can't go drive to see my mother. My little sister. I have to speak to my little sister over the phone. Like, that shit is sick. Hi, sis. Like, that shit is so sick. Yeah. I need you guys to understand that this is not a lie. This is not a game. This is not a joke. Nobody's looking for attention. My mother did not go looking for this. It came finding her with a lot of malicious intent. I'm shaking. Oh. I bless my space, y'all. I have candles lit over there. Y'all already know. I'm protected. It's deep. It got to the point where a lot of people was calling and saying that it's a lot of money involved, a lot of money involved, a lot of money involved. Well, my mother got a phone call, y'all, from Nicki Minaj. You know, it's not really hard to, you know, for one of her people or one of Kenneth's people to hit one of my mom's brothers up, you know, and then hit my mother up. And it's not hard to get to what you need to get to. You understand? When you all know the same people. And it's a thing where they want her to recant her story. Not just take it all back. Like, it didn't happen. Because he has a sex offender case. And because he has a sex offender case from when that happened, he went to Cali or wherever the fuck he moved to, and he knows he's supposed to register as a sex offender wherever you go, however the fuck that shit goes. And you didn't. So now you have to pay the consequences of moving how you was moving. So now you have all this power now, and you can finally find the person, or you know the person, or you can contact the person so that person can take it all the way, so you can live your happy motherfucking dandy-do life. Listen, let me tell you something. It's okay. Your life changed for your better. Y'all go be happy. Go be fucking happy. But because your life changed, you want to fucking just rip somebody else's life apart? Let's talk about it. That shit's deep. It's fucked up. I understand now. Like, I don't follow any celebrities. I don't follow the Shade Room. I don't do drama, y'all. Y'all know this shit is weird for me. I don't look for attention like this. I don't look for clout. I don't talk about drama with my friends. Anybody who knows me, we don't do drama. Like, what? This is extra. So, it gets deeper. This story is going to be all over the place. Listen, anxiety's out the fucking roof. This is my story. Y'all either going to deal with it or get the fuck up out of my life. Just like I would be doing my readings. Y'all act like y'all know. I'm not going to change my person for nobody or for nothing. Do you understand? I was at the club one night, y'all. And I think I was like 3 friends. And I'm talking about the night was a vibe. I'm talking about it was a cool ass night. I'm out here where I'm at. And some nigga, when I'm leaving out, some nigga steps in front of me, short nigga, light skinned nigga. And he was like, yo, you look mad familiar. I was like, no, I'm not familiar. I said, you don't know me. I'm not even from here. Where you from? I said, where you from? He said, I'm from Queens. I said, oh shit, me too. He said, who your people? I told him my people's last name, and then he just named all my motherfucking, he named my mother, he named all her fucking brothers. It was like, I felt like my whole spirit I don't even know what y'all would call it, but I like to call it possessed, especially when I get angry. Because when I feel threatened or angry, it's like I change into a whole nother person. Voice changes, gets deeper. Shit gets strong. Like, it's crazy. And I just turned up with this, and I'm like, yo. I said, and I got deep. I said, what? I said, what do you know? And then because as soon as he said that, let's go back. I'm sorry. As soon as he said all of their names, he gave me a hug. He was like, yeah, you family. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, nigga, you just hugged me. First of all, y'all, if y'all know me, I do not hang out with men. I don't like, listen, we're not doing it. But he hugs me. He's talking about we family. Okay, so now I just let you into my spirit just a little bit, okay? And before I left off, he was like, so you know Zoo. Zoo is who they call Kenny back at where they stay at, whatever I don't listen, but that's what they call him, Zoo. And as soon as this motherfucker said that, I turned the fuck up in the club. I was about to kill him. Because I already know the situation. I already know what's going on. Excuse me, and my throat chakra right now. But I already know what's going on. I already know the death threats. I already know how they feel. I already know what they want her to do. I already know what they're telling my family. I already know what my family's telling. Like, it's really deep, y'all. And, so that shit had me alarmed. And my best friend, she knows about the situation. Of course she does, because her and my mom are close as well. Like, we're sisters. So my best friend, she was with me that night, and she went off on me. She was like, yo, this is not what we doing. Because people start pulling off their phones. Like, I just start going off on this nigga. And she's like, that's not what we doing. She was like, you already know the situation. It's to the point where my best friend knows that this is not what we need right now. We don't need that type of attention. We don't want that type of attention. But my spirit felt like I felt threatened. I'm like, bro, how the fuck? Like, as soon as, like, why out of all people, I'm fucking 22 years old, bro. How the fuck out of all people gonna ask me about a fucking however old 40-something-year-old man? I don't know what. It was wicked to me. It was wicked to me. It was wicked to me. It was flabbergasting to me. It was scary, and it made me feel threatened. I've witnessed motherfuckers come into my house. I'm pulling up with my girl. I'm pulling up, and I'm witnessing a motherfucker putting 20 fucking bands cash on my mother's lap. Trying to ask my mom to write a letter. 20 bands? Like, are you serious? My mom put it right back. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with people, bro? I brought you to my house, and the first thing you're trying to do is get me to recant my story for this person. And it's the scariest thing, because it's like, it's such a powerful person. Like, you're such an influencer. You're such an influencer. So it's like, you offer my mom $100,000, but you wouldn't even wipe your vagina with $100,000. Or you wouldn't even do a feature for $100,000, I don't even think. You understand? Like, that shit's like, it's scary. It's scary, it's deep. I feel like I shouldn't have to watch my motherfucking back when I'm walking, where I'm going. Well, you know, I'm always trying to be out and about. Nature, bitch. But it's like, that shit's deep. I don't wish this on nobody else's family. I promise you that. But I just wish it wasn't mine. So I guess that's kind of contradicting myself. We've had to move 3 different places, y'all. 3 different places within the city that we live in. Because some way, somehow, it's just somebody knew where the fuck we were. That shit's deep. It got to the point where on my old Facebook, some lady hit me up talking about it was some random ass page, ratchet ass name, and that she knew my mom when the situation happened, or she helped my mom when the situation happened, and she said not to tell my mom not to recant her story, or it would be really dangerous. Like, y'all, this shit is so deep. Marshall's coming to my fucking house, trying to protect my mom and shit. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is really going on? Because they heard word that somebody's trying to get her, like she's being harassed. Like, bro, this shit's deep. I don't want to live like this, y'all. I try to smile every day. I'm not even gonna get deep with y'all. I come on here and I heal every day. I'm telling people that y'all can't live in negativity. I'm telling y'all that y'all gotta find the positive to the negative. This is like telling my mom to recant her story. This is like recanting my whole lifestyle right now. I've been contradicting myself all fucking week during healing, because I haven't even been listening to none of that, because this shit it's so deep. I'm finding out I got family members who I adored. Motherfucking is out here on blogs dogging my mom. Like, are you serious? And then man, we're not even gonna get into that. I think it's a thing where how do you go about this situation? How do you go about this situation? Especially if they have death threats over you, and watching every move. And then because I'm such an influencer, all I want to do is grow. All I want to do is grow, but I can't grow because this shit is actually... I wish I had the right words. I wish I could come on here and be fluent with this shit. I wish I could come on here and be so fluent, have the story straight up for you guys. No, I'm speaking to y'all raw. This is how I feel. What the fuck is $20,000? What the fuck is $100,000? What the fuck is death threats? What the fuck is marshals? What the fuck is all of this shit? I feel like, oh, listen. So, I had somebody on my old Facebook. I hope I have these receipts. I hope I have these receipts. Somebody on my old Facebook sent me one of Nicki Minaj's #1 fucking fans. I'm talking about, sent me one of his pictures from his Twitter. One of his posts said, when are we gonna find this woman or something? Don't mark my fucking words, but it was along the lines of when they gotta find my mother. And then Nicki she literally fucking retweeted that shit. Oh, I gotta find that shit. I gotta find that shit. I think the lady sent me both of the screenshots. That shit's scary. That shit's scary, and it's like, are you serious? This is what y'all wanna do? Y'all wanna find her? And then you guys find, and then what? And then what? This is exactly why victims don't come out. How many of y'all motherfuckers was molested? Huh? How many of y'all told? She could not run home and tell the foster family that she was raised with. So she had to run to the school office so something could get done right then and there. And then still got dragged about that shit later. My mom had to change her life at 60. First off, my mom been getting molested since she was 4 years old. 4. Same family, foster family that molested her, molested me. And molested my grandmother. Molested my uncles. Like, come on. But we're not even supposed to get into that. It's not even to drag them, but what I'm saying is, who the fuck's gonna run? No, she ran to school, y'all. The fuck? But some things, every family mass that shit. Every family mass sexual fucking mishaps that happen. A lot of motherfuckers ain't out here talking about that shit. But for hers to have to resurface, like, yo, she's been getting molested since she was 4 years old. And she's masked all of that, and then something publicly happens, and then now she feels like, damn, okay, she didn't even rebuttal nobody. She did not rebuttal anybody. All she did was watch the comments. All my mom did was watch the comments as people and their fucking opinions and their fucking conspiracy theories and what they thought happened and what could happen. Like, listen, she watched the comments, but then it started coming out like, hey, you should talk to the blogs. The blogs is reaching out to you. The blogs is reaching out to other family members. Now they're fucking talking. Now it's too much going on. Now my mom has to speak up and tell her motherfucking side of the story. My mom waited 9 months, y'all, to make a motherfucking video about this shit. Maybe if we go public about it, maybe the death threats will stop. But no, it's probably gonna get deeper. This motherfucking Nicki fan wrote that shit, and that's just scary because I know these super barbs. Like, listen, I'm sorry, ladies, but one thing about it, it's like, bro, just let us let us chill. I can't even walk in a house and hug my 5-year-old sister. I can't walk in a house and say, hello, Mom. I can't. That shit's, it's stupid. It's really out of control. it's to the point that it has divided my family because it's like everybody has their opinions. You know, some people want you to speak out. Some people want you to just shut the fuck up and not say nothing, but you shut the fuck up and not say nothing, and then what happens? And then it's crazy because it's like my mom. But I remember she told me this story, and it used to make me sick to my stomach. I couldn't imagine as a schoolmate seeing somebody run to school with their clothes ripped from fucking here to here with blood dripping out. What? What the fuck happened to you? She was taken advantage of. And it's just sickening how it could come to light with somebody so influential. And it's just sickening because it's like, I loved Nicki Minaj. I'm talking about my whole life. Like, since I was a little fucking girl, what the fuck? I knew all her songs. And now it's to the point where I hear her music, it's just like, bro, cut that shit off. Because it hurts my heart. It gets that deep. My brothers don't even have much to say about the shit. Like, they don't even know what to say. My brothers aren't even as, like, outgoing as me to even be doing videos and shit, but they hold a lot of their shit in, but this shit hits them too, because it's like, what can we do? We can't do anything. My mom isn't looking for attention. She just wants to be left alone. She wants to be able to be at the house that she bought for herself and was so happy to have, that she had to leave because somebody called her and said that she has money on her head. Like, that's just stupid. Like, it's stupid. It's deep. Like, stupidly deep. It came to light after all the years. Yeah, let's do that. We could just talk. Yeah, it came to light after all the fucking years because the fans, Nicki's fans, or whoever the fuck was trying to be nosy and find out who the fuck her new boo was, they looked up his rap sheets. Like, what? They found out. They found out and they brought that shit to light. And they dragged Nicki about that shit. Oh, you're fucking with a pedophile. You're fucking with a rapist. You're fucking with, like, they dragged her about it. They brought that shit to light. 26 years later, why? Because she popped out with him. And because she popped out with him, you expect us to change everything because you want to bring him to more light? And it's like, bro, what? No, that's not how it's supposed to work. I'm over here getting motherfucking oily. Listen, I'm not even on here to drag Nicki. I'm not on here to drag anybody. What I'm on here to do is speak my motherfucking reality. One thing about it, that shit hurts. I can't be with my mom. Fuck it. That's just what it is. I can't be with my mom. That's just deep. Why can't I be with my mom? Because my mom is scared for her fucking life because she has to recant a story with somebody who's being brought to light. And that's not how this shit is supposed to work. That's not how it's supposed to work. And my mom is being dragged. My mother is being dragged. Like, literally, if somebody says, excuse me to my mother, too rough, you good? You understand? Like, so it's like I can't go out here and rebuttal every single last person. That's not even in my spirit. But she's a liar. She's a bitch. She's a slut. She's a hoe. She probably wanted it. She's probably lying. Like, it's just what? Okay, say my mom would have took that fucking little petty ass money if she had that type of mentality. But no, she did not. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers are gonna blow over $100,000 or however much money anybody offers them because of a story. Everybody who fucking, what was it, Usher and the girl he gave herpes to, the money was involved. Everybody who had celebrity, money. But people who genuinely went through some trauma from this shit is not gonna take that shit. My mom is not that type of person. That's not how she raised me or not my other siblings to be. That's just deep. You got bloggers dragging my mom just because they were able to speak to Nicki about the situation. Nicki lied about the situation. Like, it's deep. It's deep. And it's like, what pool do you have? What pool do you have? Like, none. None. I don't even see the negative comments. That's just how spirit works. I'm just saying, like, to hear a previous shot. Listen, I'm not doing all that. Why? Because I don't know. All I know is what the fuck he did to my mother and how that shit went about. Everything else, yeah. That's how I feel about the situation. I feel like it's too deep. I feel like my mom shouldn't have to run. I feel like I should be able to pull up on my mother whenever the fuck I want to, but I can't. I should feel like I should be able to go out and enjoy myself without having to watch my fucking back everywhere I go. I feel like what do you do? Like that's how I feel. It's like what, like I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. I don't know if y'all expected for me to come on here and people who crying and shit. Like, that's not what my intentions was. My intentions was to come on here and tell y'all how deep this shit is. How it's affecting us. How I gotta live now. How all these weird ass situations that we've been put in. My mom having to leave so many times. You know how much money that costs? You know how much sacrifice that is? Listen, like I said, we're not on here. I'm not on here to drag Nicki. It's not about. It's about how. If you don't get the motherfucking point, I don't know what the fuck to tell y'all. And I promise you that. Like, I promise you that. Like, listen, I closed my eyes and all I seen was the 7 chakras. That shit was deep. All right, so boom. I don't care. It's not for me to sit here and drag anybody. It's not about that. It's about the fact that here's a man who raped my mother when she was 16 years old, and now he has come to light in such a big light. And instead of it just being left alone, no, his situation, his life, what has happened, it wasn't about a thing where recant your story then. So why are we doing it now? They've always been trying to get my mom to motherfucking lie. We're not doing that. My mom had to leave because she wasn't lying. But now, because you're in such a big light, now we're going to find you about this shit. Now we're going to locate you. Now we're looking at your children. Now we're looking at your daughter. We know who your daughter is. We know where she be at. We know, like, where she was, this, then, and there. Like, that's just deep. It's about how deep it is. It's about the fact that the money that's involved with it. Like, why are you offering money for me to change my motherfucking story because you're being brought to life now? Like, this is not how it works. My mind has to keep moving and moving and moving. I cannot deal with that shit. Emotionally, physically, she can't. Nobody else in the family can. It's pulling people apart. Motherfuckers in our family is trying to get her to do shit so they could get money out of something. Like, that's just stupidly deep. That's too deep. Listen, I don't know what y'all would like. Listen. My bird is so quiet. My dog is just not saying anything. I feel like my mom's not white, y'all, by the way. I mean, we are, though. Grandmother's blonde hair, blue eyes, but my mother is not white. It's the false accusations. It's all the negativity coming towards it. Like, it's deep. That shit hurts. Like, I've never personally had to experience that. Like, coming on social media and seeing a situation I was involved in just being fucking brought to light 26 years later and being dragged through. Like, that shit's it's intense. And it's like, what do you say to your mom at the age of 42? Like, what do I say to my 42-year-old mother? Like, what? What the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Not what? It's scary. It's scary. And I appreciate, oh yeah, we always protected. Yes, deep breath. My candles, they've been burning straight. Candle flames high, bright. My grandmother's just smiling at me on the altar. She's like, y'all, like I said, this is not the type of light we're expecting. What I wanted. I would have talked about this shit. I would have came on here in March when all this shit happened, or whenever the fuck this shit happened earlier this year. And I would have been like, y'all, guess what? The nigga that Nicki's, I would have did all of that. That's not what we want. That's not what we wanted. That's not what we wanted. That's not what we want. That's not what we need. That shit's deep. That shit's deep. My mom has shared her story. I feel like if you want to know what happened, you could go ahead and go check. But this is how it has affected me and my family. This is what it is now. This is what it is. Relocation. Watching your back. Trying not to go out as much. Trying not to be out in the motherfucking scene. Motherfuckers approaching me, knowing who my family is and who the motherfucking person. Like, it's deep. People pulling up to my house with motherfucking big cash. Like, phone calls that you wouldn't even expect. This shit is like... People you ain't even fucked with in years. People you ain't fucked with in years. Now, you know, now you calling, talking about it. Oh, well, this person talked to me and this person told me and this person... Like, it's deep. Yeah, it affects me. Oh, yeah, let's talk about that. Y'all are actually helping me get deep. Because, okay, so me and my girlfriend. It's deep because she's always trying to make sure, like, I'm the type of person I live in my reality. So I don't even be thinking about the negative. Like, when I get off alive, I'm about to clear all this shit out, smoke me a motherfucking blunt and call it a day. Why? It's a thing where I don't live in negativity. I say what the fuck I say, I stay protected, and then we move on to positivity because I cannot dwell in that where I'm going to manifest that. But my girlfriend, she's she knows how to go back and forth. She knows how to, live in her reality, and she knows how to be a fucking realist at the same time. Like, I'm like a bubbly living my reality, fuck anything else. Fuck the odds. My girlfriend likes to weigh shit up, but my girlfriend is always trying to keep me protected. You know what I'm saying? Like she was even, more so for the life. She was just a little nervous, like, are you sure you ready for that light? It's not that I'm ready for that light. It's the fact that my mom is out here doing it by herself. She is out here doing it by herself. My mom is not a social media person. She's not a social media person. My mom's been wearing baggy clothes my whole life, my whole 22 years of living. My mom does not wear tight clothes and to attract men. She does not go out. She doesn't have a lot of friends. She doesn't have friends like that. You know what I'm saying? She has her homegirls. You know what I'm saying? Her homegirls that live in different states. They talk very often, whatever. But going out and having people in her space, my mom has never been that type of woman. My mother cries when she gets pap smears because she's been molested so many years of her life, from 4 and up. That shit's deep. So, it's a thing where this shit's very new to us all. My mom doesn't even get on camera most of the time. Like, she's usually the one behind the camera. My mom, she, you can even through her story, she wasn't even on camera. Why? Because it's not the type of attention she's looking for. This airplane is literally... Yeah. It's a thing where, like, I don't even know. Listen, I hate the fact that I just caught that negativity, because that shit just, you know what I'm saying? It's a thing where, listen, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't even know what to say to people who don't even understand what the fuck is going on. You understand? My mom was molested. Okay? She went to the police that same mother, not even molested, she was raped. Excuse me. She was raped. I'm sorry. Let me say that one more time. She was raped. Okay? She didn't run home and so she could have a chance to change her. Boom, there. Do you understand? Clothes ripped, blood dripping down her leg. So listen, if this was a regular motherfucker, we would just call this shit, we wouldn't even be talking about this shit. But it's somebody who is trying to come into the light and now is trying to get my mother to recant her story, or they're gonna fucking kill her. Like, are you fucking serious, bro? Like, this is how deep it's going. That's what's going on. If it was a regular motherfucking person, if it was just, first off, he is a motherfucking regular motherfucker, a regular person, excuse me. I felt that all in my spirit when I said that. He is a regular motherfucker. Period, point blank. But what I am saying is, if it was somebody who was just not out there in social media world, not dating one of the number one top celebrities, do you understand? Like, if it was somebody like that, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Do you understand? She was cool rocking for fucking 26 years. Gotcha. And the only reason why all of this came about, the money, the recanting, everything, is because motherfuckers was getting dragged because you're having a baby now, because you want to get married. Like, that shit, it's scary. It's like, bro, I understand that y'all want to be happy. Go be happy. But how are you gonna affect somebody's family and try to get her to change her whole life? Like, let me tell y'all something. Okay, she recants her story for them, right? This is their reality. You wanted to recant the story, then what? She recants the story, then boom. Oh, she fucked my life up. Boom. She was lying the whole time. Like, then it's gonna be war. Then you're probably gonna try to put my mom in jail. Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Are you crazy? Like, it's deep. Like, it's like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like, bro, but you're gonna, bro. It's deep. It's deep. It's deep. It's deep. And like I said, I put a smile on every motherfucking day. I come on here, I speak love, positivity, and light, and I will continue to do so because I have to. But this shit's deep. My mother's not a liar. My mother's not looking for attention. My mother is not that type of being. My mom is not looking for any money. She never was. She doesn't give a fuck about materialistic. My mom told me one day when we were walking up north, I was a little girl, and she looked at me and she always told me, she said, Kenya, I'd rather be poor and happy rather than being wealthy and miserable. The fuck? We were good. You understand? Because I'm bringing my mother to the top, but it's a thing where how the fuck can I even do that with all this negative light over my family's head? And I'm trying to stare, like, at my white wall, not at the views, not at the comments, because it's like, I don't give a, this is... It's sick. Like, see, this is why I don't do shit. This is why I don't talk. Listen, this is why I don't talk about negativity. This is why I don't talk about drama with any bitch that I hang with. Bitch, we not talking about nobody. I don't got time for that. Why? Because of this. Because it is like, this shit's weird to me. Like, I'm not even trying to be a healer right now because that's not even this type of life. But I'm blessed that I don't even move like the negativity in the comments. That shit's wild. That shit is wild to me. That's just wild. Weird. Y'all are weird. Family will become money hungry. Family has become money hungry. And not even my, like, that's the fucking crazy fucking part about it. See, that's why I can't even get deep. It was deep. It's a thing where I've had to witness my mom deal with this shit, and this shit is wild. I don't even know why does somebody have to relocate 3 times? Well, Me 3 times. Her 4. You understand? Like, I just need anybody that I have healed to block all the negativity out. Do you understand? I don't need you guys to come in here and argue with nobody. I don't want y'all to come in here and lower your vibration for anybody. Don't allow your spirit to be influenced by the negativity. Why? Because you're protected. We're not doing that. And I thought, like, my anxiety has calmed so motherfucking much since I've said what I said. Since I've said my story, since I told y'all how I felt, how it's affected me, the money, the motherfucking death threats, the encounter, like the encounter was the most wild. People finding my Facebook, that shit's even more deep. And then there's like these bloggers. Like, bitch, I'm blowing on TikTok, and you bitches are like out here really blowing off of talking about people, like dragging my mom. But have you spoken to her? Have you spoken to her? Have you seen her? Because if she pops out, if my mom shows her face, nobody could deny anything. Nobody could deny anything. And that's the craziest thing. But that's not the attention she's seeking. She just wants to be left alone. She wants to move back home. She wants to know that her life is okay. We want to know that we are okay. We want to know that I could do my fucking thing without it being a problem. Without people watching my every fucking step. Finding people that I know, or any type of situation like that. Period. I'm not gonna make this shit too long. I said what I said. Yeah, like I said, I'm not looking for clout. I built that shit by myself, y'all. I'm not looking for a motherfucking any type of attention that does not serve my reality. I just want y'all to understand that my mom is doing it by herself. And it feels like war. It's like, how many fucking protection spells do you have to goddamn do to feel like you good? I'm the only person in my family moving like this. Y'all understand? This shit's deep. This shit's deep. But we're protected. We're protected. But it's a thing where, bro, it's wild. And it's like, I try not to pay attention to it. I used to not try to pay attention to it. But now it's like, it's really hitting. Like, whoa. Like, whoa. And then my mom made her story video. And it's like, okay, now it's like Kenya, what we going to do? If y'all not gonna believe her, y'all gonna believe her daughter? Are y'all gonna at least understand what the fuck my life is like now? Can y'all have do y'all feel that? Because what if it was your mom? And you know, her rapist is dating a celebrity and they try to make you guys change your whole life. What the fuck is going on? See, when I say something and I stop, it's more so because Spirit's like, don't say that. Because I'm trying not to step into, details of other beings that does not serve well, they do. They definitely do. But this is my POV, how I feel. But I'm not going to bring any of the facts in unless it's needed. You understand? I allow my mom to live in her reality. I allow my mom to, let this take its course. I spoke to her about this after I seen her video, and I told her, I feel like it's sickening, and I would like to say how I feel. Because the motherfuckers won't believe you, but maybe they'll believe me. And if they don't, then fuck them. But this is the truth, and this is what it is. This is how it has affected us. And that's on period. Like, bro. And if anybody wants to really dig deep and search, I remember when when Nicki posted, not Nicki, the Shade Room posted, somebody said that the girl was, whatever, she said the girl was 16, da, da, da. Nicki actually commented, or she reposted, and she said, the girl, she tried to comment on the whole situation. That's where you fuck up at. Like, that's a defamation of character, bitch. Like, bro, really? You literally told them that my mom was not 16, she was this, but bro, all of it's in the files. Go on Google and look it up. Like, it's deep, and it's like, it's just like, her life, my mom's life is changing. Period, the fuck, point blank. And it's like, you're gonna find us about it. That's what's even more sickening. It's like, how the fuck can I even go to Joann's? Can I fucking go to Joann's and get me a fucking canvas and some goddamn paint?